Still in Gaza this morning is the body of Omer Neutra. The 21-year-old was born in New York and serving as an IDF tank commander when he was killed on October 7th. Omer's parents, Ronen and Orna Neutra, joining me now. Thank you to both of you for taking the time this morning. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
The Israeli military, I know, confirmed your son's death just a couple months ago, his life taken when he rushed to the border to defend Israel during the Hamas attack. How are the two of you holding up this morning?
It's been a very turbulent time. I can tell you that the news, of course, that our son is no longer alive, that came to us after 422 days of fighting for his release, believing and hoping that we will reunite with him alive, was devastating. And the news in the past 10 days with the releases is such a mixture of joy about seeing the families that are actually reuniting with their loved ones, which was almost unbelievable. And on the other hand, the families receiving remains of their loved ones that have been held in captivity for such a long time is devastating, and yet brings closure. You know, we need that closure as well. We know that our son isn't alive, but our life is still stuck on October 7th, together with all the hostages that are not alive, all the families of the hostages that are not alive, and we need that closure as well.
You know, we're playing these photos of him, of your son, and he just seemed like a remarkable and beautiful young man. For those of us who didn't have the pleasure of knowing him, who was Omer to his family and to his friends?
Omer is an all-American kid, grew up here on Long Island within the community, became quite early in his life a leader, both of his school basketball and volleyball teams, and in his youth group. Just a fun, loving young man that gravitates toward people, love to hang out and love sports, and just leads by example. And he felt that he was compelled to protect the Jewish land after he spent a year over there and got very close with his friends. And knowing that both of our families are from Holocaust survivors, he just felt the calling. And on October 7th, he was leading a group of couple of tanks rushing to the border, trying to stop the influx of terrorists into Israel, saved a lot of people by doing that, but was taken hostage together with his tank team. And as Orna said, for 422 days, we thought Omer is surviving there. And unfortunately, we were told that he was probably taken alive, but was later that day killed without taken into a hospital because of the injuries. And we miss him dearly, and we really need to bring him home to a proper burial. And we keep on going to Washington. We keep on meeting people from the Qatari government and from the U.S. administration, and we push hard to get the deal to the finish line, meaning bringing all the live hostages back to their families and all the deceased hostages to a proper burial.
Yeah, you deserve that peace and that closure. I know at this point, negotiations have yet to start on the next phase of the ceasefire deal that could bring home your son. Are you hopeful an agreement can be made? And what would your plea be to the leaders who are at that bargaining table?
So amongst the young men that are still being held in captivity is one of Omer's team members, and another over 20 young men that need to be released. Some of them fathers, having families at home. There are sons, young people that need to come home. We need to, this is the only living person that is survived the attack that can share with us what happened to Omer and his team on that day in reality. And they all have to come home. The negotiations need to continue until the last person is back, and we have to remain hopeful, and that's what we're pushing for, that all parties stay at the table and get this deal done until the last hostage is back.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.